All right, let's talk about fixed costs right there in the middle of your cost structure. Fixed costs are those bills that from month to month are usually about the same, right? Often they're exactly the same. But, so the payroll that you're giving to your employees, that's a fixed expense. You have to pay the rent to your landlord every month. That's usually about the same. You have utility bills you have to pay. Those usually don't change that much from month to month. So all those are great examples of fixed expenses. Now, variable expenses, terrible name once again because other things change, but I want you to think of variable expenses are costs that grow every time you sell more of your product. So you might have heard of a thing called cost of goods sold. It's that plus more. So let's take a concrete example. Let's say you own a lemonade stand business, right? Then, it doesn't matter from week to week what's going on with your lemonade stand. You paid for it at the beginning. You don't have a bill. Doesn't matter how much lemonade you sell. The lemonade stand doesn't cost anything extra. It's a capital cost, right? Your parents are charging you some rent to use the basement. That's a fixed cost. But what about every time you sell the lemonade? Every time you sell lemonade, at some point, you've got to go out and buy more lemons, get some more pure filtered water, get some more sugar. You have to put cups and maybe some packaging material around it so that you've actually got the thing to sell. These are all examples of variable costs. This is the cost of goods sold part of variable costs. But then there's parts people often forget about. Let's say you're in a business where you're going to be shipping this lemonade to somebody. Well, you have to put it in a box, pay for the box. You got to pay for the shipping. Some fraction of them are going to be returned. You have to factor that in because that goes up proportionally with sales. And what if you have a salesperson working with you at the lemonade stand and you pay them a 20% commission? Every time they sell something, they get 20% of the money. Well, that absolutely goes up with the cost of sales. These are all some examples of your variable costs.